Let's fly, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch, what?
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button to join the fam because we stay lit over here, you feels me. And if you're a returning viewer, hey, how y'all doing on this very gloomy day? It's actually storming outside, guys, so I hope this lighting is okay, and I really hope that the power don't go out while I'm filming. So we gonna try to get through this video, you feel me? As you guys tell by the title of this video, I am going to be giving you guys eight tips for college. If you didn't see my last video, I gave you 13 things that you need to bring with you to college. So make sure you go watch that. You know, this for my back to school people, for my people who going to college, for my people who in college, for my people who shoot, I don't know. It's just for my back to school people, okay? I also have a really old dorm haul on my channel, which I'll also leave in this description box down below. I really wish I could update it for you guys, but y'all know I graduated. I don't live in a dorm, so. But I will put it in the description box for you guys' convenience. Without further ado, we're gonna jump right into these tips because like I said, y'all, it's real dark outside. It's real dark and I'm scared. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so number one is to choose what school you want to go to. Okay, now this is kind of for my seniors in high school, like, you know, who haven't chose where they wanted to go, like the people who's taking a gap year, whatever the case may be. Make sure you choose a college that you want to go to. I know people, sometimes you have some parents who are very pushy and they like to be like,
you need to go to this school. You have to go to this school. I went to this school. You have to go to this school.
Bro, if you go to the school and you don't like it, like, then don't go. Like, don't go. This is why I always tell people you should tour the campus before you actually choose to go to the school, because you don't want to end up like being enrolled there and then like you're miserable and then like you try to transfer, and transferring costs money, y'all, okay? It costs money. Now if you got it like that, by all means do you, but I don't really recommend it because like I said, it costs money, and sometimes when you transfer, your credits don't always transfer. So say you're a sophomore someplace and you choose to transfer, you might be a freshman, so you just have to be very careful with that whole thing. I definitely recommend, especially if it's a school that's out of state, make sure you tour it first before you choose to go there, unless you just absolutely positively know deep down in your heart you are going to love this school. Make sure like you are pretty certain, like very, very certain that this is where you want to be at. Moving on to number two. Save your money. I feel like this one's just a given. This one's really just advice for life in general. But in college, everybody knows the slogan, broke college student, is very true because college is ridiculously expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not. It's ridiculously expensive for no reason. So just make sure you have a nice little part-time job on the side, or you just have some way, like a side hustle or something, to get your coins, okay? Get your coins, because you are going to need them, not only just for like college stuff, but just for life in general. Because I feel like people also neglect the fact that when you're in college, not only are you paying for like, well, some people, not everybody, not only are you paying for like textbooks and whatever else stuff may be, but you gotta buy yourself like toiletries and lotion and toilet paper and room decor, or like just things that you need for your room, like stuff like that. So you really need to make sure you have a consistent flow of money coming in, so that way you know you have enough money to live and enough money for the stuff that you need and enough money to have fun, you know what I'm saying? And I also want to give a little tip. Try and apply for scholarships, grants, whatever the case may be, as much as you can, because look, if you could get something to pay for your school that's not a loan, 10 out of 10 recommend. Ew, I just spit. Did y'all see that? I hope not. Anyways, 10 out of 10 recommend. Like I said, 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, can y'all hear this thunder? All right, moving on to number three. Number three is freshman 15. So this one isn't really, okay, well, it is kind of advice, like kind of, sort of. Look, I'm just gonna say this. Freshman 15 is very real. If you don't know what freshman 15 is, it's when you go to college and you either gain 15 pounds or you lose 15 pounds. And usually it's not necessarily like always the number 15, but you just either gain weight or you lose weight. I don't really know how to advise you on this. My advice for you guys with this one is, because my concern was gaining weight when I went to college, because like I know how I am, like it's just a lot. Instead of taking the bus around campus, I walked. I had easy access to food, so like I could eat whenever I wanted to my freshman year because I had a meal plan. But I tried still to like portion control, keep it all simple. And then I also will say during finals when I got super stressed out, like I don't eat a lot when I'm like anxious and nervous, so like I didn't really gain that much weight. It all hit me sophomore year, which was bad. It hit me real bad sophomore year. If you guys, I'm sure you guys noticed on my channel because my face was like more round than what it is now, but it hit me my sophomore year. I don't know what I was doing, y'all. It was bad. I think it's because I was eating pasta like every other week, and that's on me. That's on me. So my advice to you is pretty much just like do what you can so that way you don't like gain a bunch of weight. Now, if you're trying to lose weight, like obviously there's like on-campus gyms. Like I said, you could walk instead of taking the bus. Like there's just plenty of options and everything. But I'm saying all this and I'm throwing it in the video just so you guys know it might happen, okay? You might lose a bunch of weight. You might gain a bunch of weight. Shoot, you might stay the same. Shoot, who knows? But I'm just letting you know in advance because I'm gonna tell you right now. You're gonna come home from school and it's always that one person that ain't got no business at all talking about, oh my gosh, you look like you picked up some weight. Oh my gosh, so do you. Like, bro, come on now. Come on. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. But, you know, you also might come home and somebody be like, oh my gosh, you lost a lot of weight. You look so much better. But that's still low-key an insult and a compliment in one. But my point is, I'm just prepping you guys for, like, what potentially could happen. Like I said, you might lose, you might gain, and you might stay the same. It just depends on the type of person you are, depends on what type of habits you have. So that one was kind of sort of a tip, but it was also a warning, just letting you know, like, if it happens, it's normal. It happens to a lot of people. Don't freak out about it. Number 4 is don't bring excess stuff with you to college. Now, this is mostly for people who are moving in to the dorms. If you're moving into the dorm, don't bring your whole closet, your whole bedroom, because at the end of the day, you gotta move it out. You gotta move it out, okay? It's not staying there. Unless you have an apartment on campus or near campus or wherever the case may be, then you do not need to bring so much stuff because the moving process is going to be hell. I'm just gonna be honest. It's gonna be terrible because you have all this unnecessary stuff that you did not need. Now, if you're coming out of the country, that might be a little different. You know, I'm sure it's a little different. I'm sure you need a little bit more stuff than usual, okay? Because you're coming from out the country. But for the most part, just try not to bring stuff that you don't need. Don't bring a bunch of excessive stuff like your childhood keepsakes. Like, why is that with you at college? Like, you do not need your childhood keepsakes in your closet in your dorm. That's just a little odd. It's a little weird, okay? It's not necessary. I definitely recommend only bringing the stuff that you will need. You know, don't get crazy with the throwing stuff in that you really want to bring with you to college, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna leave with more stuff that you had. So you already don't want to bring too much, because then like you want to add on to that and it's just gonna be no. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I hope y'all understand what I am trying to say. Okay. Right. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm rushing through these guys, but like this storm outside low-key like has me nervous because like the apartment that I'm in, the power be going out sometimes. So I'm just trying to like get through it so that way like I could get this video up on time. Number 5. I hope I said 4 for the last one. I don't remember, but this is number 5. Watch out for required textbooks. Now, when I say that, I mean throughout my whole college, all 4 years, I had a lot of professors say, oh, the textbook is required, the textbook is required, you're gonna need the textbook, make sure you have it by the first day of class, blah, 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 okay? And some of those professors were the ones that I didn't even need the book for, like at all. So my advice to you is to go on to ratemyprofessor.com and see like what other people have said about this professor. 1, make sure it's a good professor, okay? Because you might need to change the class if they got terrible ratings. 2, make sure when you read it to see if anybody like said anything about, oh, you're going to need the textbook, or oh, you're not going to need the textbook, because sometimes it's not required. Another thing you could also do is you can wait like probably like a week or so into the class just to see if like, okay, do I really need the textbook? Because like at that point you should have like a friend or somebody in the class that you could, if they have the textbook, you just be like, oh, well, can I borrow yours? Like if I need it, you could share textbooks. You could wait it out to see like, am I really gonna need the textbook or no? Like it's a lot of ways to finesse around the whole textbook thing. But honestly, my thing is just don't buy it if you don't need to get it. Like, cause then it's a waste of money and you're stuck with the textbook for no reason. And I will let you guys know, I definitely have bought some textbooks that I still have that I did not need, okay? And it's very upsetting because it's like, What I'm supposed to do with this? They update textbooks like every year. So the textbooks that I have, I can't even give away to nobody because they outdated. It's terrible. So don't be like me. Be better. Make sure the textbook is required. I will say there are those few select professors that are very real, and they will just be like, oh, like the textbook's not required for this class. Like, you do not need to get a textbook. You get it if you want it, but you don't need it. Like, there are a few professors that keep a real deal spill with you. Other ones, they will tell you to get the textbook for absolutely no reason. I don't get it. I don't. But there's that. Get the textbook only if you need it, okay? Because it's probably not required. Number 6, make sure you get a good backpack, okay? Now, I know this one probably seems like, Naimah, what are you talking about? But when I say that, I mean, most of you guys know, and I said this in my last video, I have like a 15-20 minute walk to class. So I wasn't really trying to have a backpack or a tote that was stylish. I mean, that's cool and all, but I just want something that's comfortable. It's not gonna hurt my bag, like something that I can withstand carrying, something that has a laptop case because I take my laptop to class. So my thing is, when you're looking for a backpack, one, make sure it's good quality and it's not gonna fall apart on you, because you do not want to be walking around campus with a dusty backpack that literally only lasted like 3 months, and then you sitting there like, dang, now I gotta go buy another backpack. Yeah, no, don't do that. 2, you also want to make sure it has enough space for the stuff that you're going to need, because for the classes that do actually need a textbook, sometimes you're going to have to take the textbook to class with you. Some people like to put a water bottle in there, their laptop. Like, sometimes you got to bring extra stuff because you know you're going to be out. It's going to be a long day. So make sure you have a spacious but comfortable backpack. And be honest, like I said, it's not really about style. It's about comfort and how much stuff you can fit in there, okay? Because I'm being honest, nobody looks at your backpack. It's like, oh, bro, hey, you got a lame backpack. Like, nobody cares. They don't. We're all students here. Like, it's a backpack. My advice to you is definitely make sure you have a good, reliable backpack. My freshman year, I had a Jansport backpack. It was old. That's the only reason why I bought a new one, because I wanted something with a laptop case, and that one didn't have a laptop case because I was using it when I was in like high school. So Jansport is a good brand though, and I'm sure they do have some with like, yeah, I'm almost like positive that they have backpacks with laptop cases in it. I just didn't get one. I ended up getting a Herschel backpack. I wouldn't necessarily recommend a rolling backpack just because, like, I feel like rolling backpacks were cool for elementary school, but I feel like as you get older, like, it just gets more crowded, and like the rolling backpack, it just be getting in the way, especially if you gonna get on the bus. You gotta put the thing down. But hey, man, say, man, do what you gotta do what you please. Like I said, as long as it's comfortable for you and it'll fit everything that you need, that's all that matters. Number 7, this one's very, very, very cliche, I'm not gonna lie to you. Be yourself, guys, okay? Being yourself is gonna be the easiest way for you to make friends. Don't go in there being someone you're not. Don't stress it. You will make friends. Like, there are people that are there that are just like you, that are like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so nervous, this is so new, like, I don't know anybody. Like, there's people like literally like that. Just find a common ground, start a conversation, and you will possibly make a friend, and if not a friend, an acquaintance. I honestly didn't have a problem with the transition because I went to school with my best friend. A lot of you guys know that, so I didn't really have that hard of a time. But like I said, you go to school, you will definitely meet a friend. Just make ssure that you're being yourself and you're not being fake and you're not being someone else, because I'm trying to tell you, when it comes out, it'll get real. It'll get real, and it's not gonna be fun. It's not gonna be fun at all, okay? Because I didn't encounter some fake people, but y'all know about that story. But if you don't know about the story, I'll link it below, up there, down below, okay? Just so y'all can know. I'm be honest, y'all, I have no clue what number we're on because I kind of skipped around on my list. I'm not gonna lie, because I feel like they should have been reordered and I didn't feel like rewriting it. Anyways, so we're on number 7, 8, somewhere in that department. Know your major by your sophomore year. So I know a lot of people say you should go into college knowing exactly what you want to do and blah 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 blah, right? But I think you should definitely have a solid understanding of your major by your sophomore year, only because usually the first year and a half is just like core classes, which is like stuff low-key that we've taken in high school, which is why it's easier to just do dual enrollment instead of just like doing AP classes. But that's a story for another day. So I definitely recommend that you know your major by your sophomore year. That's when you'll start to like kind of get into the stuff that's catered to your pathway. I know some of you are probably, I'm not sure if everybody knows what I'm talking about, but if you know, you know. So freshman year, it's okay if you're undecided and you don't know, because like I said, all of that is core classes, like you'll be fine. But by sophomore year, make sure you have a solid choice narrowed down of what you want to do. After that, make sure it's exact, like y'all, when I say make sure it's what you want to do, do not change it. I mean, you can change it, but I will let you know that if you change it and you keep changing it, not only is it going to cost you more money, because taking like a step forward just to go a step backward, it's like you're just sitting there like this, because like, okay, so you paid for these classes, but now you changed your major. So you took these classes for no apparent reason. So now you got to go back and take like the core classes for your major. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that. Make sure you're actually set on a major by your sophomore year and you don't really change it, because that can, like I said, it could cost you money. And not only that, it will take you very, very long to graduate. There's not really, most people do it in 4 years. Some people do it in 5. Some people do it in like a few longer times. But I'm be honest, nobody wants to be in school for like 8 years, like all because you couldn't figure out your majors. So that's pretty much it for that one. I feel like I kind of explained everything. If you have any questions, go see your advisor, okay? Because that's all the advice I could give you on that. Good thing I'm almost done with this video. I don't know if y'all heard that, but we almost done. I'm sorry if it seemed rushed. I'm so sorry. Oh, my notebook. Okay, last but not least, this has to be number 8 because this is the last tip. Go out, but don't go crazy. Do not go crazy. And by this, okay, I'm gonna just give y'all a personal experience. So pretty much my freshman year, I never went out. I didn't go to any parties or whatever. It was probably like the whole first semester. I did not go out. I didn't do anything. Not only was I depressed, but I just thought that if I went out, like it was gonna mess up my grades. I thought, you know, because my classes were so hard to me, I just thought it was just my life was gonna fall apart if I went out and went to a party. So like, I didn't go out, and it literally took my mother, to convince me to go out, because she was like, Naimah, you're always studying, like just go out, like enjoy yourself, like you probably just need a break. And I actually ended up going out and I really liked it. So then after that, me and my friends, like we would probably go out like once a month, because that was what was like good for us and what we could handle. Now some people can handle it more than that and like they still be okay, like their grades still be fine. But I will say I definitely know some people, like they go to college, they go party crazy, and it affects their grades like really bad. And I'm just like, bro, like you're paying to come to school, but all you're doing is partying and you're failing. Like what? Like that's a waste of money. So my advice, like I'm saying, is go out, have fun, but don't go crazy, know your limits. So that's pretty much all for this video. If you guys recently graduated college, you're in college, whatever the case may be, like you just want to drop some tips for the people, please feel free to in the comments down below, okay? Anything that I missed, or if you just wanted to add on, or whatever the case may be. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media, which is always in the description box down below. And like I said, I'm sorry if this video seemed rushed, y'all, but it is like storming outside and I am just happy I made it through it. So with all that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight I'm just trying to have a good time.